Joined with Head men's basketball coach Mike Schauer after his team's 85-77 victory over Carthage tonight. Coach, a really tight game, a game that kind of had some spurts to it. You guys got a late spurt there in the first half and then kind of held them at arm's length there in the second half.
Yeah, really pleased with our guys. I went into the game, I somewhat anticipated sort of in my gut that Bosco might put in some sort of junk defense. The week Aston had last week, the year he's having. I thought he might try some. He's done that in the past with some of our Wheaton teams and with some of our better Wheaton players. But I didn't because I didn't want to waste time on something I wasn't sure was going to happen. And I thought our team struggled a little bit early, including Aston, with the sort of the uniqueness of that defense. But we continued to defend and found ways to score. And I thought a big moment was Aston got a layup in transition. And so he probably missed his first 5 or 6 shots. And after that make in transition, really kind of settled down and had what we recognize as a pretty typical Aston night in terms of the shots he made and the plays he made for everybody else. I thought a real key to tonight's game was the end of the first half. We were down 18-11 at one point and kind of running in quicksand and having a hard time getting going. And we started to make some shots, and then I thought Spencer Peterson and Trevor Gunter came in and played great defensively down the stretch of that first half. And Trevor is such a unique situation. He's been hurt, so he missed a few games, and then coming back, he's kind of trying to find a rhythm a little bit. And for him to kind of get thrown in that situation, he hasn't played extended minutes here in a couple weeks because of the injury. And I just thought he was great down the stretch of that first half, and that was significant for us.
They obviously made a run at you there in the second half. You guys responded. What was really the key for handling that pressure there in the second half?
Yeah, it was tough. I never felt like we sort of lost control of the game at any point. I felt like we were in pretty good shape, and I kind of had to keep reminding myself, I'd look up, there'd be 8 minutes left, and we'd be up 11. I'd go, I feel like we weren't playing that great. I'm like, well, I would have signed for this, right? I would have signed for up 11 with 8 minutes to go, and we knocked down some foul shots. We had open looks all night because they simply said, we're going to try to keep Aston and limit him, do what we can with Ricky, but we're going to let other guys get wide open shots. And I kept waiting for Jay or Kobe to kind of knock one down, right? They're good shooters. Kobe in particular has been shooting the ball so well of late, and they both just struggled to make one. What I appreciate, though, is both of them went to the foul line and made free throws, so they didn't let that affect other parts of their game. And I thought they both contributed defensively. Obviously, Kobe had 13 rebounds tonight as well, so I was really proud of our team. It's a good sign when you win a game you don't play particularly well in, so I'm pleased with our team.
Big picture, you clinched a spot in the CCAW tournament with tonight's win. What's it mean for your program to get them back now where they had been historically here in the top 4 of the conference?
Yeah, it's great. We got bigger fish to fry. I've sort of talked about the goals of the season, and making the conference tournament was one we wanted to check off, but we've still got other goals to accomplish. I think we can go win that. I think we can certainly have a weekend in which we're the best team for a 2-game stretch, and so we'll talk about that when we get there. But we've got some other goals that are still available to us, including the chance to win a conference championship. I'm not suggesting Wesleyan's going to lose, but they could. So I want us to win our 2 games and give ourselves a chance if they do stumble. But it means a lot. I'm particularly pleased, with the juniors and seniors who were here when we were 5-20 and a 1-win team. A lot of people walked away, both in terms of in the program and outside of it. A lot of people scattered. And that group of guys, they stayed together, kept believing in what we were doing, what I was doing. And I told them at the time, if you stay, we're going to be a tournament team. We're going to be a team that makes playoff runs. And here we sit. And I'm so proud of that group, and it speaks to their character that we are in this situation.